Still don't see snow. Oh, she's just artificially trying to get our heart rates up by showing up late. Snow's in the pen. All right, 30 seconds. All right. And don't worry about anyone going ahead. You don't need to run them down because we're going to catch them anyway. Karen, I got eyes on you. Good. You know where to use that feather, right? As you do the last rise before the sprint. All right, everybody, I think, is in the front group. There's some orange back there, but yep, everybody made it because Deb, you're the last of the group and you are in the front group. All right, you're just reaching the top of this hill and you're heading into the S's now. Right, let me just quickly, since we're going into the S's, just your job is to stay in the front group. There are 3 power-ups, the anvil, the burrito, and the feather. On the sprint, you are going to use the feather on the last rise, the big S's hill. Big, not that, but the big S's hill. If you have the burrito, you're going to use it on the sprint itself. And if you have the anvil, use it on the descent heading in to the S's. So all that makes sense? Tell me if that doesn't make sense. I will call them. I will call them from the front group. Beth, are you going for the sprint? Okay. I got eyes on you now. All you have to do, and what, Beth, what power up do you have? The feather, right? Okay. I'll tell you when to use it. You decide if you're going to go for the long range sprint out, which will be when you use it. Beth, punch your power up now. Okay, Deb, you're going to use it as soon as you see you're on a descent. Beth, you have 200 meters to the start of the actual sprint itself down this hill. Deb, if you've got the anvil and you've started the descent, punch it now. That person went super early. Be interesting to see if they can stay ahead all that distance. I doubt it. All right, Beth, now you've got to really punch it if you're going for it. Go, Beth. Oh, that's just mean. Someone hit a burrito. All right, you're good. You're going to be in the points. You're fourth. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. You made it third or fourth, I think. I'm going to say fourth. Well done to Play, who managed to stay ahead of everyone there. I was not expecting that. All right. How did everyone do? Beth, your job now, just sit in. Don't take any unnecessary strain. The next, as everyone comes through, the next major thing you have to think about is going up that steep bit of the hilly. We just do the steep first part of it, and then we veer left and head downwards. Save the burrito for, hang on a minute. Sharon, what are you doing back there? All right, Sharon, I need you to give me enough to get in the draft of that little group ahead of you, if nothing else, okay? No, Sharon's got it. She can do it. There you go. You're in that group. Just stay in that group. That's a big enough group that you're going to hold where you are. And then there's a bunch of people behind. All right, let me just jump back to the front of our lot. All right, so the part I'm mentioning is at 5.2 kilometers, right? That's this steep first couple of bends of the hilly KQOM. We don't do the whole thing. If you're good, so the important thing here is, and I'll give you the same advice I gave to the last group I DS'd around here. you have to stay in the front group. So ideally, you will not use the feather. But if you're going to drop from this group, I need you to both burn a match to stay in there and use the feather if you have to. All right, so exactly right. The key is if you use it here, you don't have it for the KQOM. All right, so all right, you're approaching now. Still a little ways out. This is the get your brain into gear part of this. You need to be ready to deliver. But there's nothing to be gained by being ahead of everyone down here. Just stay in this pack. Why would like I do hate it when people waste it. Why are people using burrito here? That's stupid. Doesn't help anyone. It's true. I'm reading the comments from the video Frank's watching. He raced earlier on. All right, here we go. It's kicking up now, so it's 5%. Remember, you have one job. Stay in this front group. That is the worst possible place that person could use a burrito. So stupid. That's it. Everyone stay in. Deb, is that you dropping a little? Come on. Come on, Deb. Stay with that group. Come on. Yep, there's nothing here. You're going to veer off to the left-hand side, and then your job is to get up to super tuck speed. All you need to do, Deb Mitchell, I'm watching, is watch that rebel character and stay with them. That's your mission, okay? Well done, other Deb. That's it. There you go. You're on the tail end, but you wanna catch him up, so you're in the mix, so you don't get caught in a split. I think everyone else is good to go. We may have lost an otter. Back on the power as you go onto the bridge. I'm seeing 4 of you in this lead pack. Okay, so that's Wendy, Karen, Deb, and Beth. All right, lead group. This is a little patch. It's a little bit technical. You've got this bit of gravel, falls flat up across this bridge. Yeah, there's a big pack grouping up behind. Okay. I mean, that you're big enough that you'll probably catch the lead group, but I would let everyone else do the pulling. That way you don't get left behind, but equally you're not putting any effort in. No, use the burrito if you've got any use when you're going up Titans towards the top. It's flat enough, there's draft effect. So there is value to it. Well, that is the problem. That is the problem with having 4 team members in the lead group. But you know, it's a nice problem to have. If you're concerned about, I mean, the group will stretch out on Titans, so you can always throw it away. Two minutes. Probably just under 2 minutes. I'd need to take a look at each of you. All right, the group behind looks like it's catching you. Just notice that. Yeah, it's coming back together. So Titans, there's all those rollers before. You were tired when you hit the Titans QOM. But again, the job is to stay with everybody. And I'll tell you this, again, looking at the ride that I just went through, here's something that's important to know. We didn't win the overall race on fastest, first across the line points. We won the whole race on fastest through segment points, particularly Titans. I don't know. I think it's hard to call that strategy. I think everybody rides the ride they're going to ride. I guess the main point is if anyone decides to go off the front, if any of the other riders decide to go off the front, kind of let them wear themselves out, which is what happened. The guy that went off the front on a different team on Titans won Titans, didn't get the fastest through segment on Titans, and also was wiped out by the time he got to the Epic and was falling back, and he was in lower than top 10. And he's a strong rider. He just burned too many matches. All right, who's feeling their legs for Titans? And I'm going to stick and watch them. And Wendy, since no one answered, I'm just focused on you now. Beth, do you have it? You got 2 minutes peak power? All right. There we go. See? If anyone else is feeling particularly strong, tell me, and we'll let Beth off the hook. See? All right, we're still 2 kilometers. Come on, everyone stay in the group. These rollers they really sap you. So just make sure you're doing whatever you can to stay with the group. And if you can rest on the little downward rolls, do that. Everyone's doing a great job here. 1.5 kilometers to the start of the QOM. How does the pace feel, everybody? Okay. And it is better to pick one. If you burn a match here, you don't have it later on. There's some time to recover, but you know, it's not that much time, so see what everybody else does. If it looks like there's something you want to go for at the time, do it. If not, then save it. No judgment here. Wendy, are you at the back of the group because you're being tactical, or are you there because you're tired? Look, now you're in the middle of the group. If you have an anvil, use it on this little descent here, though. This is the last main descent before the QOM. 300 meters to go. So get ready if you're going. Watch out for burritos. You can see the start of it round the corner there. Okay, there it is. Let's see who's got it. Come on. That's it. Pull each other up. I got 3 of you in the top. 3 of you just breaking right now. Beautiful. Beth's only just behind. So right now, we've got 4 riders in the top 6. It's a long way to go. Remember, it's a 2-minute ride. Come on. Come on, Deb. Oh, look at Deb going. She's in front. Beth right behind. And Karen. That's 3 riders in this little pack. Nope, just go. You just go on this ride. All right, you got a minute to go. Anyone who's got a feather should be thinking about using it. Lighten the load and maybe make a break. It's going to be very hard for me to see who's where, but we've got 3 riders in this little group. There's 30 seconds to go. So if you're going to make a break for it, you do it right now. You can see the end in the mini-map. Come on. That's good. Oh, well done. Perfect use, Beth, of the feather. And a cross. So I think, let me see. Karen, you came in 11th, but Beth was... Karen, I need you to not lose touch with this group now. Give it a few watts. Come on, give me a few watts and stay with them. That's it. That's not a few, you're out of the saddle. Stay with this group, and then this group will catch the other group. Because everyone else is in a string of riders. Who was the eye? Beth? Okay. Um, Beth, you're going to use that anvil on that longish descent at the end of Titans. You know, the one that takes you to the bridge and into the tunnels. That's where you use the anvil. It's kind of pointless, but it'll help you out a bit there. So Karen, you're lying 18th. Your little group is sort of, you're going to catch the group in front. Don't work. Let the others do the work. You're going to catch them anyway. So there were good points. I didn't catch where all the points were for the team, but there were good points there. I'm looking. Let's see. We got Wendy's in a little group. Wendy, you're in a little group with Ann Otter. I can't catch the name. In 30th position. Just let that group do what it's going to do, okay, Wendy? Don't work. You'll stay where you are. I don't think there's anything to be gained by... You'll mop up some of those riders ahead of you and pick up some positions. Let's jump back. All right. Deb Mitchell, where are you? All right, stay with that group that you're in. You're just crossing the line of Titans now. There you go. Just don't lose touch with that group, Deb. Come on. Give me some watts, Deb. I want you to stay in that group. And let's see, Sharon, where are you? All right. Yep, I see you. Yeah. So Sharon, you're going to pick up Debbie. And the two of you are going to carry on together, okay? Got it. There we go. Sharon and Debbie working together. She's gonna do everything she can to stay with you, Snow. The last one comes at 21.7 kilometers. All right, I'm back with the front group. Apparently, Z and Lulu are cheering, says Emily. Karen, you drift into the back. Karen, can you make sure you stay in the group, please? There you go. Thank you. All right, we've got these rollers now. You're almost at the end of them. It's pretty much downhill now. Yep, that was the last of the rollers. So you're downhill till you get to the bridge and into the tunnels. So everybody's job right now in the front group is to stay in the front group, but do everything you can to bring that heart rate down. Tanya, you're drifting. What's going on? Thank you. I thought you were testing me to make sure I was still worrying about you. No, I think you stay in this group. You have your ride. You're not going to do any good dropping back. Did you? No, actually, the burrito is actually useful. The last 500 meters of this ride is flat. So I know it's a long way from here, but if you happen to be in a woman-on-woman race against somebody else in the last 500 meters and they're trying to overhaul you, you drop the burrito. So it's pretty much flat now until we get out of the tunnels, which is at 20.4. And then you've got a 25-minute plus threshold ride up that hill. Not that I want to worry you. But Karen, you've dropped your heart rate 4 points since I said to everyone to drop their heart rate. So good job. Who was that? Hello. Hello, heart rate's overrated anyway. Yep. Yeah, we're all under 3. Everyone knows what's coming, so everyone's just backing off. All right, remember front group around this bend. Who just dropped them? Around this bend, you got that little bump up out of the tunnels. Somebody may just decide to go ahead at that point. If they do, let them go. They'll be in the wind on their own, and it's stupid. But if there's a pack, stay with it. I can see you drifting to the back there. Deb? That's it. Nicely done. Gentle adjustment. Don't whiz ahead of everybody. Good, good. Oh, what an annoying person dropping a burrito there. just morally, it's not right. It's tactically stupid. So, you know, there's a much better place to use it, even if it is a lame one to have. Okay, so we've got this variant terrain here. Don't worry about it. Yep. Yeah, you're not going to help him on the climb, so I wouldn't. I mean, to be honest, I think, you know what I would do? I would sit with Wendy. Wendy, you're in the same group, right? So your job, Jen, is if you're in the group with Wendy, give her moral support. That's exactly what I'm saying. You are going to nurse her up that climb. Just don't finish. Just don't finish ahead of her, because that's just embarrassing all around, right? All right, lead group just hit the KOM. You want a 25-minute threshold effort. One of the AF riders just dropped their feather. Actually, someone else has as well. If you're dropping a feather right now, you're really hurting. Come on, Beth, see if you can push it a little and stay with the big group. Same with you, Deb. But what I'm going to say is, this is going to break down till you have just a single line of people going up here, okay? Don't worry about, there's not any groups, and there's no benefit to groups, really. Only psychologically. There were this You broke her, that's what happened. I'll tell you this, on the ride earlier on, there was all kinds of shenanigans. There were people stopping and resting, even if it was only for a few seconds. There were all kinds of things going on. So at this pace, right, of the effort you're putting in, you're on the steep curve right now. Just remember this: when you get up to the bridge is sort of a gentle 3% across it. If it's draftable ish. That's the only nice bit of this hill. Come on, Beth, stay with him. Good. As soon as you round this bend, Beth and Karen, it flattens out to just 3% for a bit. Right, every one of you, I'm going to give you one of two riders. You're either an Ashley Mooman, whatever her name is, or you're an Illy Gardner. Ashley just set her power and went at that power all the way up and won from top to bottom or bottom to top. Illy dropped back and she was in 15th spot at one point and she clawed her way back, just set her sights on each rider one at a time and clawed them in. You just got to pick which one of those you are, and that's what you do. Well done staying in. It really tightens as you go around this bend, so it's going to really pick up now. Beth, your job is to not flame out, okay? Ride your pace that you can sustain for another 20 minutes. Karen, good job. You're holding a nice steady pace. I like that. Nicely done staying with this group, Beth. Wendy, I want you to fix on the rider in front of you. Don't let them break that little bit of elastic between you and them. Yep, ATP. There you go. You don't have to pass her. There's a long way to go. Don't feel like you got to compete, but just don't let her break the elastic. There you go. Come on. Keep it around 2.9 watts a kilo steady. You're surging a little bit. You don't need to do that. Jen's coming to pick you up. Don't let that Jen get past you there. Come on, Jen, reach across, put your hand on her shoulders and just take the strain for a second. All right, you got a little bit of a dip coming, right, just over the brow of this hill. Good job, Jen. If you're going to use it, this little dip is, I think, the best one to use it on. Beth, I'm back on you. This is a really good, steady pace. I know you can hold this pace all the way to the top. Well, maybe not that 3.6 you just hit there, but this 3.3. And if you can hold this pace, nobody's going to distance you. I know you're almost there. That's just a warm up. Good job, Beth. Beth, if you do nothing other than what you're doing now, you'll finish in 10th spot. Maybe even better, because you're creeping up on them. You can see that there are riders ahead of you, Beth, that are just fading. Wilson and Guy. And Guy's an AF as well. Karen, I'm watching you. Let's keep the pace steady. Just everybody remember to ride their own race. Don't be tempted to try and burn a match to catch somebody. Just go at your own pace. Karen, keep these guys close to you. There's a little bit of a descent coming, or at least a flat. See if you can catch him up there. No, not out of the saddle catching him up. That's it. There you go. Tuck in behind him. All right, that was not much of a rest. I know that. That's all the rest you were getting there, Karen. That's it. Stay with him. Stay with him. I get the feeling that Kim is very light indeed. Yep. It doesn't. The lowest point you can get if you finish is 1. Yeah. You want to be above 50 if you're at 48. I think that's where it'll drop. Yeah. Yeah, if you got the energy to do math, then you're not doing the right thing. Wendy, I want a nice steady 3 watts a kilo out of you. That's it, Wendy. A steady 3 watts a kilo. Perfect. Tanya, if you have a burrito, you want to use it at the top on the flat section. Wendy, I got eyes back on you. Just because I'm now watching you doesn't mean put more power down. I saw that. You jumped half a watt a kilo when I said that. That's better, Beth. Nice and steady, 3 to 3.2. That's what you need to deliver. Just focus on guy in front of you. Just what is that? Like 20 meters, if that. You are just going to focus on pulling her in. You don't need to do it quickly because you still got quite a long way to go. Karen, how are you doing back there? Wow. That rider that came past you, Karen, is just coming past Beth. She is. All right, Beth, you've got a bit of a descent coming. Clearly, D. Kim with the Argo Watts is something of a climber. All right, here you go, Beth. Don't back off too much. Keep it around 2.5 as you go down. That's it. Keep the legs spinning. Look at you with your super tug, Beth. All right, Karen. Let's see you. Let's see you catch this sister's character. Clearly, she's broken. There you go. Got a little bit of fight in her, but I think she's dying. And then you got 20 seconds up the road to Beth. That's the person that's ahead of you. You can see her there, right, Karen? Well done, Beth. You stayed in touch with Kim, which I think is pretty impressive. And the two of you are going to overhaul Guy, who you will recall is your main target. Oh, Beth, keep it around 3. No, it's Blondie. Or as we call her now, Grey. Beth, what's your max heart rate? Clearly right around where we are because you don't have the breath to talk. All right, Beth, it's going to flatten out for a very short while. See if you can not back off as you hear, because it's not really a downhill. It's more of a flat. All right, come on, Beth, you got this. So, Beth, you are very close to the top now. I mean, very close in a reasonable approximation. But you're close to the top. So just set your mind to the pace you've got to do, which is 3. No sprinting. And just go. Everybody's up in the pace now. Well done, Karen, breaking free of those two. All right, one final push, Beth. That's it. That's it, Beth. Nice and steady. So here's the big ask of you, Beth. If you can give me a sprint, well, I didn't mean right now, but okay. if you can give me a sprint and catch Guy, that nails one of the AF characters. I know she's a long way ahead, but there is 500 meters of flat. If you see in the mini map where the road joins, it's flat. A little bit before there, actually. And I know you've got a sprint in you. Karen, you have an AF character right behind you, Chin Chin. I know you see it because you're trying to make sure she doesn't pass you. All right, Beth, you are safe. So I'm going to leave you and go back to Karen. All right, Karen, what power-up do you have? Oh, wow. What did she just do? 4.5 watts a kilo. I'm going to guess, Karen, you do not have the legs for that. Just stay in your position. All right, Karen, you're on the flat and you're safe. You can get yourself home from here. No one's catching you. I have no clue what that Chin Chin did. All right. I drop down to you, Deb. In 20th position. That's a good place to be. There's no one behind you for 13 seconds and they're not catching you. But Karen, you just set a PR going up here, so well done. All right, Deb, you're safe in your position. I'm dropping down to Wendy. Come on, Wendy. You're at the top of the hill now. It's all flat from here. I don't want Wendy. I don't want Wendy in 25th. I want Wendy in 24th. Come on. There you go, Wendy. I need you to give everything because you got a... Someone else is going to attempt to sprint. Come on, Wendy. That's it. Just hold 3 watts a kilo to the end. And you're good to go. That's it. Or the 4.5 you're delivering now. Come on, Wendy. Hold that 24th position for me. Come on. Good. All right, Sharon, I'm riding with you. You're in 52nd position. That's good. There you go. Yeah, you only got to make up that 27 seconds. And Sarah's just in behind you. But what I'm going to say is this. I don't think you're going to get anywhere exciting. It'll be 49th. And I think that's impossible. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit where you are. Sarah's going to come along beside you and give you the moral support you need. Oh, yeah, 58. All right, so your mission, Deb Mitchell, is to not drop to 60th, and I think you're fairly safe with that. That's it. Nice steady 3 watts a kilo, Deb. Don't push it too hard. You're in the last stretch too. Back with you now, Sharon. Nice steady pace. So Sharon, no one behind you looks dangerous. No one's putting out more power than you. Sarah, you're pulling her up, right? You're almost to the top of the hill, Sharon. All right, sorry to do this to you, Sharon. I need you to give me a little bit more. They're creeping up behind you, and I don't want them to. Come on, you're almost to the top of the hill, Sharon. Yep. There you go. That's it. You're outpacing the person behind you now. They tried something. They can't catch you. You just keep going at this pace. 2.93 watts a kilo. It's only for another minute or two. There you go. You're broken up. You pulled 2 seconds on her in the last couple of, in the last minute. She's going to have another go. She's not dead yet. That's it, Sharon. Keep it 2.7, 2.8. I don't want it dropping below that. Almost to the top, Sharon. You can see the top of the hill from where you are. There it is. You see that sign, Sharon? That's just past the top of the hill. There you go. You pulled another second back. Sarah, do you want to drop back so you're within 5 meters and then you can pull her along a little bit? I don't think we need it. You pulled another 2 seconds into Vignola. She knows she can't catch you, so she's just going to try and stay ahead of Chappelle. There we go. It's flat all the way now, Sharon. You've got this. Oh, Chappelle's putting in some watts. I don't think she's going to catch you, though. There we go. Deb, there you go. I'm with you now. You're at the top of the hill. It's flat all the way now, Deb. Come on, Deb. There you go, Deb. You can see the end. There it is. Go on, Snow. Let's see you finish with a flourish as well. That's all the riders across the line. Take that free descent now. Look at that big mass of riders all stopped in the same place. Yeah, I know. Oh, I don't know. Actually, Snow stopped at exactly 29, I think. Oh, but Snow's still... Snow's gonna break it. She's keeping pedaling. This isn't good. She's gonna get to 29.1. There we go. She's at 29.1 now. Oh, it's a terrible. Now you got to keep going to 30. So what do we think? Should I go and eat the sandwich in the fridge? Nothing good can happen, can it? It is suicide. All right, everybody. Everyone watching on the stream says well done.